welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys what it used to look like to have a copy of Windows 1.0, or what we would call it, the first version of Windows 1.01 MS-DOS Executive, which is basically a file manager and a program manager for the very first version of Windows it came out in 1985. So there's no start menu, no desktop, no taskbar. It was just a home screen. And what can you do with this? Well, basically, a few things you can do on screen. Um, so let's explore real quick. Um, I'll show you what it actually can do. So this is the MS-DOS Executive. It's the main interface of Windows 1.01. And if you think about this, this is like the grandfather of File Explorer, man. This is where it all began, where it all started. So Windows 1.01, this is the home screen. Like I said, there's no desktop, there's no icons, nothing. It's just a text-based file manager. This is how it all started off in the beginning, where it lists every file you can have, or it lists basically everything that's listed on your floppy disk, right? So you can see all of these are just different programs that you can run. You can navigate it by just clicking or double clicking the icons, and then they'll take you in there. So for example, let's go over to like the calculator, for example. You double click the calculator. Yo, look at this. This was the first version of the calculator, right? This is pretty cool. So 1985, I was still young. Like I wasn't of that age to play with computers yet. So I was about 3, 4 years old. So this is around that time frame. I wasn't playing with this. This is like before my time frame. Okay. But as you can see, this is a simple calculator. Super tiny window, right? And tile interface. You can move around freely and just do little stuff. So let's do like 2 times 2. Okay. Let's do something else like 4 plus. Okay, let's try to see if we can clear it out. Let me see. Yeah. Let's do something like 12 times 9 equal. Okay, okay. So yeah, so this is basically what it used to look like, right? So we're gonna go ahead and close that out. We're gonna go back in. So next thing that's up, we're gonna jump and look at Microsoft Paint, right? So let's go down and look at Paint. Okay, so wow, if you were used to drawing in Paint, right? This is what Paint was like back in the days, right? This is how it looked. I was trying to draw like a little dolphin or something. Terrible. Yeah, man. So this is what Paint looked like back in the days, right? Exploring a few things. So like here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and close these out. So up here you got all different types you could do and change. It's pretty cool. Go back and close that and say no. Alright, so we're back in the next window. So card file. So card file is basically like your contacts and notes that is stored on digital index cards. So if you go here, this is like, see, if you if you remember index cards, this is like basically index cards, right? So um, this is basically what it was like. So it's like the early personal organizer. This is what this was, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's close it out. Take a look at some other stuff. So the next thing I'm going to take a look at is Reversey. So Reversey right here, if you guys remember, it was like the first built-in game that Windows came up with. Because back then Solitaire wasn't out yet. Right? They didn't ship with Solitaire. So Reversey was like, I don't even know how you play this game. You may only move to a space where it's a cross. So see, you may only move to a space where the cursor is across. I don't even know how we play this thing. Oh, okay. Honestly, I don't even know what this is doing. Look like I'm probably playing against a computer or something. Yeah, I can't even tell you what this game is about, honestly. But anyways, let's go back in here and we're gonna go to close this out. Alright, so let's take a look at I guess we can look at some other stuff. So you have calendar. I wonder what calendar looked like back in the days. Oh wow, like it was just so very detailed, right? Dang. I'm just playing. There's not a lot of details on here. Okay. So that's pretty cool. So right, this was I think Word. This was like the very first. This is how Word began, right? This is how Word began, folks. Like this is the first document. So Word was basically just like write, right? That's amazing. I think that's Word. Okay, we'll close this out. So let's take a look at what could we find? I don't know. I think we found most of the stuff. I don't know what everything else in here. We did Notepad. Remember Notepad? We take notes in there. So Notepad had been around for a long time. If you think about it, it's still one of the things that never changed is Notepad. It remained a Notepad, right? So MS-DOS, nothing comes up for MS-DOS. I wonder what I can do for command.com. Wow. So this is like, I'm guessing like the command line, right? Like, guys, think about this command line. So if you think about it, like this is like basic old stuff. So let me see if I could do CD and see. So it just showed me that I'm there. That's my same directory. If I did dir like for directory, list all the files that are actually inside of this. So dir been around for a long time, right? Where you show you in Windows it lists files. So what if I did dir and then slash p? There you go. So the slash p is with paging, so that means you can go page by page, right? Let's do a dir slash w. Okay, so that means it goes wide. It spreads it wide and everything. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if I could change and go to into Windows. Is there like a Windows? Let's do a CD dot. No, there's no CD dot. Right. All right. Let's do MD. Okay. Okay. So I was able to do the test folder. Let's see if I could find it. Where did it go? So the up keys don't even work either. You know how sometimes when you you can press the up keys to go back. Yeah, nothing works. Let me see if I can delete that test folder. Oh no, so I would have to do RD. So it doesn't even let me know that like there's nothing I can do or whatever. It just, yeah, it's crazy. So some of these commands been around for a while, right? Let me see if I do a VR if it will show me anything, because yeah, so this is MS-DOS version 3.30, so it does show version. Let me see the mem, because nothing comes up for mem. I can't view nothing. Ah, wow. Let me see. I can type a real simple command. So I'm gonna do echo. This is Windows 11. That's pretty cool. So I can still do commands um from then. So as you can see, it was virtually basically not 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 bad how it all started, right? Um, so imagine just having this where it's just this is Windows, the beginning of a new era, and then look how far we've come, right? This is wow. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this little review. You can load this and play with it. Just remember though, when you're loading the specs for, if you're trying to go back to this, there are specific requirements that you will have to try to load this. Like if you're trying to do a virtual machine or something, the specification is very, very specific, because back then we didn't have like powerful memory, we didn't have like certain virtualizations and stuff like that. So if you're trying to virtualize like this environment to play with it, you have to build it specifically. If you're interested in knowing how, comment below. We can go over it, walk it together, and I'll show you how I built out this Microsoft DOS Executive. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of fun today. I know I really did. It's good to see how we all started back in Windows. And catch you guys next time. Until next time, later.